the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round. We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon.
Let's go. Let's do this.
Now Jones. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Throwing Jones. Throwing deep for Galladay. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Back to throw. Jones. He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. And he'll be out right at the 35. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. The tackle by Eric Armstead. 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area. But they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Now Saquon Barkley. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Jones. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short. Operating from the gun, Jones. And finding the tight end, Rudolph. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 23 yards on the play.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
They go back to the ground now with Barkley. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Jones. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
The 13th play now coming on this opening drive. Here's 3rd down. From the gun, Jones. Flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. 4th down now as San Fran's defense was strong in coverage. And Gano's kick is right through. Not a touchdown, obviously, but playoffs, you're on the road. At least you put something on the board.
I would agree with that totally. You're not exactly sending a message to the opposition, but you are letting them know that you came to play.
Taken in at the 3. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now Lance on the bootleg. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make someone miss in the open field.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Play action. Now it's Lance. Taking a shot for Samuel. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by James Bradbury. And the Giants are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally. An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs, even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
Now Jones throwing on 1st down. And Jones will hit the deck here And he is able to pick up the first down. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down. The clock running here, under a minute to go now in the first quarter of a 3-0 game. Jones now on 1st and 10. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
Well, so much for bluffing the defensive line into thinking that they were going to be able to get to the quarterback. Instead, they sniffed out the screen pass and made a really nice play for lost yardage.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jones, and he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely, frees up your guys elsewhere. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by Ambry Thomas. And the Niners are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Well, really not much secret there. 3rd and long, Charles, and he was looking to throw the football. And I would imagine as a defender, you're kind of salivating in that spot, right?
You certainly are, because 3rd and long situations, they tip the scale towards the defense every single time. Now you're actually able to dictate and understand what the offense is trying to do. You know where the first down marker is. You set your defense that way, and maybe you can be a little more aggressive in certain situations because of that. You start focusing on your coverage assignment, and when the ball's released, you break on it and make a play, as we just saw there.
That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Lance looking to throw it. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. 7 yards to pick up there.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Bring it. Bring it.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw.
Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted.
Picked up by James Bradbury.
And the Giants are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Jones. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. So they go with the empty set, and that's the risk you run right there. Nobody was there to protect.
Well, you know how most offenses have audibles, and they've changed plays when they see certain sets? A lot of defenses do the exact same thing. You go to an empty back set, they bring pressure, and boy, did it pay off in this case.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
They fake the handoff. Now Lance.
He'll dump this down to Matt Breida. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Call it a gain of 5. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
Lance on target to Samuel for a Niner first.
That time the conversion comes courtesy of the RPO.
And know what it did? It moved the sticks. Nice pickup on 3rd down. Even better decision.
On first down, here's Breida. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54 Mike. I'm coming. 54 Mike. 54 Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Throwing now is Lance.
Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another 1st down.
And Lance now to throw.
That'll be complete to Breida. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Took nearly the entire first half, but a first red zone opportunity for him here. It's 1st and 10 from the 12.
Switch.
2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. '49ers with their first trip to the red zone thus far. It's 1st and 10 from the 12.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. All day. Mike's by 4. Mike's by 4. Mike's by 4. Switch. Right there. 54. Right there. Man, that's trash.
On the handoff, this is Breida. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Here's Lance. Got a man. That's Ayuk.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Five in the secondary now for the Giants here on third.
Lance going to throw.
Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on fourth down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They run for it with Breida and try to push his way forward, but I think he's going to be short, and he is short. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down, and that will force a turnover on downs. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. To throw from his end zone. Jones firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. To throw from his end zone, Jones.
This one incomplete. Almost picked off by the rookie, but he couldn't quite look it in. And now it's 4th down.
Here's Riley Dixon now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. Fielded at the 33. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with great starting field position and one timeout in their pocket, they could still come away with points here in the late going. Meanwhile, Lance's throw pulled in by Kittle. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. To throw, it's Lance. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards and moves. And a big loss here as he's taken down. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
Both these teams, no doubt, making their final adjustments as we speak. Which of these two teams is going to advance to the NFC title game next Sunday? To find out, let's get you back to Brandon Gaudin.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now Lance. And that will be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. This is taken at the 15. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Jones just going to bat this forward on the jet sweep.
And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Jones. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
This is taken at the 18. A solid 12-yard return after the 55-yard punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. A good gain on first has them set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. They run again with Breida. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 43 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
They go counter with Breida. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down.
Here's Lance to throw it.
Escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down.
And they'll go for it. Lance.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
6 yards left on 2nd down.
They'll go to Barkley again. Oh, he sheds himself free. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 1st down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. Now Jones. Eluding the pressure right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Throwing, Jones. Out to the right here to Shepard.
And he will have a Giants 1st down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the 1st. Oh, trying to fit it into Shepard, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the former 1st-rounder, Jimmy Ward.
And the 49ers are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory.
Darnay Holmes, the one to bring him down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, Most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. A big pickup of 38.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, nods of approval as a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw. Lance. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Dexter Lawrence just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. A big one coming in this divisional round playoff. 3rd and goal.
Let's go, B, let's go. 54. Check, watch 54, watch 54.
Looking to throw. Lance. And a quick throw here. That's complete. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
All right, field goal gets you the lead here. I mean, but I might want to just go ahead and go for something big.
Oh, come on, you got to kick it.
I mean, you got to be glad I'm not the head coach here, right? The whole team would want to revolt at this point.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the 4th quarter, the divisional round. And they need to come up with something as they get this drive started. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But the bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to move the sticks with a gain of 4 on 3rd and inches.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy who can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up 1st downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
Here's Jones on 1st down. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. First catch for him in these playoffs. He was held without one last week, but he's got a 1st down on that effort. Back to throw. Jones. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, You assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
Flushed out right, and he'll just get rid of it.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. It is intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off. And the Niners are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
Now a dump off here complete. Call it a pickup of 7, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. Well, a clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. You ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
That's complete out left to Ayuk. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. Lance finding Ayuk there for a Niner first.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Play action. Now it's Lance. Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes.
An 8-yard loss on the play. It's now 3rd down.
2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset.
Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long.
54 is mine. 54 is mine. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Shoot that ball.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away.
This is taken at the 23. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Jones. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they've certainly had trouble unlocking this defense through 3.5 quarters, so I don't expect it to get any easier now. You know they're going to be sitting back and waiting on everything, and they force an incompletion there.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
To throw is Jones. This one goes out wide for Barkley.
That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. Not good. They didn't move the football an inch, and precious time ticking off the clock.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Jones.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 47. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 40-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game.
Shotgun now for Lance.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by James Bradbury. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line.
Oh my, how the tables have turned now. They were trying to salt this one away, but that interception, potentially a game changer.
And I just got to think to myself, at this point of the game, I know you've been aggressive. I know that's your MO, and that's fine. And all those teams that talk about all gas, no brakes, you better have the emergency lever to pull occasionally. They could have used it right there. They put themselves in a tough spot with that interception.
Now Jones.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Nice solid game there, partner, but the clock is starting to become his enemy.
Absolutely. Every second right now, more and more precious as it ticks.
Working with a 2nd and 3. Here's Jones. That'll be caught. It's Tony.
The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. 1st and 10 at the 19. Back to throw.
Right back to Tony. He's got another one.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. They'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
With no timeouts left, that's a dangerous proposition, working the middle of the field. Fortunately for them, that one fell incomplete.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And the 13-year man puts it through. Well, sometimes you get a mismatch in these divisional round games. Not here. This has been everything we could have hoped for.
Okay, Brandon, don't get mad at me, but it's time for the old cliche.
Bring it.
Neither of these teams deserves to lose, but in the end, it's looking like the late field goal is going to be the difference in this game.
That's a good cliche. We'll let that one go. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done.
One final try now for Lance.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by James Bradbury.
Come on, boy. Come on.
And they're moving on to the conference championship. How about this?
What a tremendous feeling to get to the game that can get you to the Super Bowl. A fantastic season. Unfortunately, for the other team, a tough way for it to end.